James Lapton for Pro Boxing Fans down at Peacock Gym today. Delighted to be joined with the three coaches, Andre, Martin, Ray. How you guys doing?
Fine, James. Yourself?
Fantastic, very good, thank you. Just talking off camera a little bit about your closure and your part open at the minute. How's it been for you guys as the trainers and coaches and owner of the gym?
Since the 1st of June, it's been good. Obviously, that's when we come back, and as I've said before, about a week prior to that, we started asking the boys to send in their temperatures and that, so they were sending their temperatures in the morning and in the evening, and so that we knew how they was before they come to the gym. We've done that for about a week, then we opened with the 6 boys that all had dates on the 1st of June, I think it was, wasn't it? And then we've sort of like gradually increased as we've gone on, and we've needed to bring a few boys in, but you can see it's empty and it's dead in it.
Absolutely. Just for people who don't realise or don't know, talk to me about your roles in the gym and with the fighters. Going around, start from Andre, right to left.
Well, we've got them in. We had the 3 boys out. That's why we brought them all in, and a bit of sparring as well. So there's not many here, but between us we work together. Obviously, Martin's the main person is Dan, and the other boys look up to Dan, obviously. And they've worked hard, and as it happens, they've worked out hard, and we've got 3 nice winners and a Southern Area champion.
Absolutely. Martin, how's it been for yourself? Obviously, you've been the one that's been on we've seen you in the corners on the shows, things like that. How's it been
well,
for you?
To be fair, you might see me in the corner, but all the work's done here in the gym with myself, Ray, Andre and Eric. We've got a nice little team. We all sing off the same hymn sheet, for want of a better word. We're quite good friends. Our banter between us is very good. So if you see me in the corner at one point, it doesn't mean that I've done more work than anyone else. It's just how we graft. We're all on the same par, you know.
And Ray, obviously, as Andre mentioned, the Southern Area title come into the gym very recently with Chris Bourke. What's it like in here? You've got a few titleists in here. They say success breeds success. What's the secret behind Peacock Gym?
It's just all the hard work. What the boys put in. Yeah, we got 3 Southern Area champions, and we've got a British and a Commonwealth champions, and they're all young guys. They're all hungry, you know, and they're willing to put the work in, and that's the main thing. If you've got fighters who put the work in, you know, you're halfway there.
Yeah, I'd like to reiterate that with Ray. The boys actually put in the hours, and they're always here. They're on time, and they're all a pleasure to work with. But along with that, you also need a good promotional group. And I'm not just blowing the trumpet for Frank here. I mean, if you ask anyone in Matchroom or anywhere, you need to be on good shows, and you need to be getting good matches. So you need a complete team round you. I mean, obviously in the gym we're a team. We work as a team. Everything we do going forward is as a team. But we also need that backing of Frank, BT, and a good foundation.
Also, the boys all feed off of one another as a team.
Absolutely. And how important is that for the morale in the gym?
Oh, it's everything, isn't it? I mean, you walk in here when you've had a boy go and get a good win the weekend, whether it's a 4-rounder or a championship, it puts a buzz in the gym, and it does in any gym. And the words that you used there was correct, you know. Success breeds success, and it starts beginning to get a habit. Sometimes you can't odds out. I mean, you know, we all see fights different, and the referees, they're doing the job that they, you know, how they see it in their eyes, and we see it from the corner. You know, we might see it different, but you know, no one's out to cheat anyone or anything. We've just been, you know, we're on a little bit of a roll. Yeah. But every gym gets that, and you all have your ups and downs, and that's all part of what builds the character of the people who are around you.
What's it like for the guys who aren't getting on the shows, who haven't got the big promotional backing? What can you guys do to keep them motivated?
Well, just keep showing them that the other boys are going forward and winning, you know what I mean? And their time will come. And look, in this game, you know, you can get kids who haven't had the exposure and ain't had that, who could probably beat the champion, but that champion's put in his time, he's paid his dues. Your time will come. You just have to be patient sometimes in boxing. And everyone's route's different, you know. It's just how it is.
Now, we've mentioned about the importance of the fighters and the titles and success breeds success. And you sort of touched on it earlier, but how important is it for you guys as the trainers and the coaches to be united as one as well?
Oh, well, listen, like, the boys probably feed off of our bit of banter and the way we perform it, and I think, you know, they're all young embryo boxers, and you know, they're just developing in life, you know, with their life skills and the way they go forward. So hopefully they feed off of, you know, the good vibe that we bring to the gym. But that's only one part of the, one piece of the cake, for want of a better word. You know, you need everything, and you know.
And very finally, when are you guys hoping to have any more of your lads out?
Well, we've got Dan out on the 29th. We're hoping to get Louie Lynn out before that. We're hoping to get Sean Phillips out before that. You know, like we're like everybody. We're a little bit cap in hand at the moment, and we're waiting for the fights to come along. During that time, we've just got to keep the boys' interest, you know, and we've just got to keep them ticking over. Because, like the other day, you can just get a call, someone comes off the show, and you might be fortunate enough. And I know that ain't the way to go forward, but again, it's the times we're living in at the moment.
That's it.
In an ideal world, we want 6 weeks' notice, we want to know who we're fighting, we want to get the correct sparring, but it's not working out like that for none of the boys at the moment. So
Just governed to what you can do.
yeah.
Just want to touch on, you mentioned Louie Lynn there. See, his performance the other week, he had landed a few shots on Monty Ogilvie whilst he was down. He said he got excited. As a coach's point of view, what have you said to him? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, we won't want to say it on camera what we've said to him because we wouldn't want to offend any of your viewers. But obviously he's had a dressing down. He's had a bollocking.
What can he do to change it? Is it just pure excitement, as he says?
Listen, what can we do to change that? Well, to be fair, we don't want to take the spirit out of Louie because he's just a fun kid and he brings so much to the table, and when he's in here he brings so much along.
Yeah,
And
the thing with Louie, if you started calming him down, you're going to take a big part of his game away. Yeah. So so if you like we said, you give him a bollocking, he's had the bollocking for that, and he knows he'll learn from that. But you don't want to like put chains on him. If you do that, you're going to lose. You're not going to get the best out of him.
Is it down to experience?
Yeah, it's a learning curve for all the boys, isn't it? They've all seen that happen, and you know, it's just unfortunately.
He's excited.
We'll move on from it now.
He's had 7 fights. You know, that was his 7th fight. So he's just learning his game at the moment, and like I said before, he'll learn from that what he did there, and he's had the bollocking. So you know, and that's it. We move on now to the next opponent, and he knows he can't do that what he did, and like I say, we don't want to put chains on him because you won't get the best out of him.
I think we was very lucky. We had an experienced referee in Bob.
Yeah.
Not giving us any squeezes in any way or favouritism. He read it well. You know what I mean? He gave him a little bit of a dressing down himself, told him to turn it in, and like I say, we move on. It's boxing.
Yeah.
And then just touch on Daniel Dubois. He is fighting Pfeiffer fairly soon. How important was it for you guys that he had a fight before the Joe Joyce date?
Oh, critical really, because it's been 8 months since Dan's been out, and same as Joe, he was probably a year out. I mean, you know, we want to see a spectacle that night. We want to showcase British boxing. Heavyweight boxing is like the jewel in the crown. We all know that. Everyone tunes into that. So we want to showcase a good fight. You know, like we want to be able to say to the rest of the world, this is the standard. You know, like the Americans used to do that to us, but me personally, I think we're showing the rest of the world the way.
See, the other thing is, and what you've got to realise is that fight's going to go in October, right? That's the date. Yeah. That's the date. Them boys, if they didn't have a fight, they've not boxed for nearly a year. You know, time's just flown by. You know, for everybody. You know, I mean, been in lockdown, and Joe never had a fight. Daniel ain't had a fight, so they needed these 2 fights in between. You know, because like what Martin said, you want to see the best of the 2 boys. You know what I mean? You don't want, at the end of the day, oh yeah, I've been out over the year and I ain't had a fight. So you want them at their A game, because
we need that for boxing to go forward. Where the boxing hasn't been on, we want people tuning in and saying, "Wow,
we've missed fights like that. That's the fights we've missed," and hopefully we get the crowd there. That's what we need. We need that atmosphere in that in the hill.
Absolutely. Ray, Andre, Martin, thank you for your time. Thanks for speaking to pro boxing fans, and the best of luck with Dan.
Thank you.
Cheers.